couple options. So I'm gonna do this one and go. All right. Now, if you could say something. Judge gets a chance. Judge gets a chance. I still can see you and I'm screen recording. Oh my god, yes. Alright, cool. Bet. Alright, now let me preference this guide off, guys. Now, originally when I was planning on doing this video, I was going to do a different character, right? I was gonna start off with Deku and all these other people, right? But I was live streaming on YouTube and stuff like that, which I don't know if y'all can or cannot see the chat, but he wanted me to do a guide on him. This guy will not be an in-depth guide. This guy will be a bare minimum to let you know what you need to know, and I will tell you what I think you would need to level up, so you'll be able to play him as optimally as humanly possible. So let's get into it. First order of business, no matter the character, I always tell y'all to go to the skill, right? The reason I tell you this is, for example, you see how this says damage and round size. So all that means is you'll be able to, it to be bigger, and the round size will mean it will be, I said that backwards there. No, round size will be your ammo count. Almost think about like a gun, right? Same thing with this bad boy. It's the exact same premise because it's the same move. Now we go down here. This is where it gets a little different for this one, right? Damage, reload speed plus damage area. Boom. Now let's go down this. This one's damage, activation. So basically how long this bad boy will last for. You feel me? So with all this being said, and this being the case in point, let's just go over what these abilities do, and then we'll kind of go into what I personally think would be the best way to level him up and how you would want to proceed, right? So if you do all his moves normally, this is Pierce. It's, as far as I'm aware of, it has relatively good range. Let's see, it stopped right there, but I guarantee if I max it out, I think it should be the same. Yeah. So see, in some other characters, right, they'll have abilities to where you get further range, or you don't, or you do. But also, if I go into aim mode, it does, it's right same range. See, I didn't know this because I don't play him. Same range, but a different property. Because if you did this, hope you like seafood, you pull them in. So this allows you to do multiple different combos. Let's go ahead and put her health up. Now, this move allows you to become transparent or pseudo-visible. Think about Froppy if you've ever played Froppy, right? So this would be useful because it'll give you a lot of room for running. But the second you do any other move besides, I want to say beta, let me double check because it says in the description. Oh, I don't have instant cooldown real quick. Let's fix that. Bam. And my tentacles. No, I was wrong. As long as you, as long as you don't do any other move besides beta, you're good. But if I did this and then did this, that's not ideal, right? So how I see it would be hit, go up, and then hit, and then do something like this. We will talk more about this move here because this move has a couple of applications. Each move has multiple applications, but I'm just giving you a solid rundown. But let's go ahead and max everything out and get to it. Bam. All right, beta at full charge. Now, so hold up. Some moves have different properties though. So let me see if I tap, but if I hold, now I think I go about the same distance. Hold up, let's double check this real quick because we haven't even started on his melee. That's just the tap. That's just tap. All right, let me make sure because all moves we have in hold, same distance. Okay, so tapping and holding give you the same thing. Unlike your gamma, which gamma is Y. Okay. Now his melee. Let me show you that real quick. Reset. All right. Let's go over here. So this is the full melee. So it does about 130 damage. Let's do that one more time. Oh, well, that's his melee. But I will show y'all some more stuff that I'm pretty sure you don't know. Hold up. Bam. All right, cool. So if you jump and do his melee, you do an uppercut, right? But something they added recently is if you do your jump and melee button, which I will say it's A and X or X and square, depending on what console, right? You're able to do this grounded without jumping. And the best way to describe it is you would have the base of your thumb, right, go down at the same time as you're hitting. You play around with it, I know you can do it. So now that we got that, let's talk about his combo routes, right? So you pull them in. This is one of those things that's real annoying because it's like an Izawa grapple. It's annoying as hell. Boom. This. Most basic combo, right? You also got this into special action into this. Okay? So you're able to get some crazy damage off and do a lot of things. Now, believe me, I'm pretty sure you probably can do some more crazier things than what I just did. But this is what I do know of. And then another thing which I don't really think would make sense. Hold up. So let's try something here. If we hit him with this, right? If we pull him in.
Hope you like seafood.
Well, hold up. I did that backwards. Hold up. If we pull him in, special action.
We're going down.
All right, so it's possible, but you'll get more damage. So pull, special action.
It's not working.
Yeah, that wouldn't be optimal. It would just be best to pull in, special action,
Feel our power.
and then get ready to load this bitch. But even then, that's not optimal. Let me see some. Hold up. And there's no other charge. Yeah, this is max. So then I would let her go. All right, cool. So now let's talk about this move. So now we're gonna need to go back into the menu and look at this because this move has multiple functions. All right. Fire a higher beam cannon. Hold to charge and increase its power. Aim to change direction slightly. All that means basically, right, is you're able to I do pull in 2 metas and betas. No, 100%, bro. All that means is you're able to move it a little bit once it's started. Think about a heavy weapon, bro. That's the best way to describe it. This can go through walls, and if you have a Nejire, which you either skill set, because this was before the fairy variation came out, right? She can help you charge up instantly by basically feeding the cannon. But I think she has to shoot you, and I haven't had anyone to actually test that with, so I don't know exactly how that works. And then charge up, cancel by pressing again or evading. So let's look at that real quick, because this guide is almost over with. All right, and this once again is solely the beginner stuff. All right, so bam.
Chemical reaction.
Okay, but if I hold, okay.
No holding back.
Yeah, you gotta roll out. And yeah. So basically, one of the things I realized too when I did play him, like I think it was one time where I had his ability, because I play a lot of stilling characters, right? Is you can do it, tap it, and just let it go. You won't do maximum damage, but it works, right? And you're also able to basically you can make it like a quick beam. And then boom, you're done. And then do something else, and then get out of here, right? Boom. But if you got like what 3 stages of the charge, so let's go all the way up to show you this fully. So this is just me doing it, and then it goes all the way. This would be good for in-game and just letting it fly, right? Oh, this stalls you a little bit. Okay, I didn't know that. But if we hold it full, you got beam, 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 and then here, and then that's it. Then you let go. And then that's the full charge. That's everything you got, right? Now, there might be more occasions where it's useful not to do a full charge and do like a quick shot. Let's say somebody's right here, and then I'm just trying to do that last little bit of damage. That's perfectly fine. But if I'm hearing a whole bunch of people fight over here, let's go over to where Uraraka and them is at. So let's say I know people are fighting over here. So I can just sit here, charge up, because they're fighting, right? They're not going to pay attention. And then boom. Or if you're really smart, you can get up real high. After you hit somebody with your beta while they're fighting, they're not going to pay attention to this. And then let it go. Real tap, real quick, real simple. Now, to end this off, one of the things that I don't know why people don't do more is talk about how to level them up and when you're going to level them up. Once again, though, as of right now, this is me just raw dogging it. Don't know what all his abilities, how they play, how they feel, right? From what I'm looking at and nothing else, I say level up his beta first, right? Max this out. This would be ideal. And then I'd say max out his alpha. No, I'm lying. Actually, no, beta and then gamma. The reason I say that is, yes, you get more damage, right, with this, but if you're doing this, right,
Octopus time.
you want to maximize that combo, so beta would do that. Then this lasts longer, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. I don't want to tell y'all wrong. damage, reload speed, and yeah. Wait, no, hold up. Yeah. It comes back faster. So the camouflage doesn't last longer. But it comes back faster, so you're able to have your pseudo mobility. Even though it's nothing crazy, it gives you something to work with. So I would level that up first and then work on my alpha. Work on beta. Damn, I'm backwards. So this move, level this up max, level this up max, and then finish off with this. Now, alternatively, since he does have mobility, what you can do, right, is do a good old classic.
Let's see.
And I normally save this for rapids, right?
Level up.
So we'll do this, and then we'll do this. Hold up, where'd she go?
Okay.
We'll do this. So you can do a 4 for 4, right? And then use your extra mobility to get you where you need to be going, right? And you look around, even though it's not super mobility, it's just movement. You can look around and try to find up level cards and stuff like that. So let me go back over there. And since he's a strike character, you would need to be finding strikes that correspond with it. For example, you see how this is an A, and this is, once again, for people that don't know,
Level up.
I leveled up my A's. So if you find B's and Y's and all that other stuff, that's wonderful. But it also totally depends on what you want to do and how you want to play. If I was to play him, I would totally be leaning into this and hitting people with this. Or what I would really like to do is I would like to do this into this, because it's more psychological damage. The reason I say this is because it feels like you're getting hit more than you really are. So let's see, can you do this? I wonder if you can do... Nah, it doesn't allow you to connect, so you have to hit a beta. So would it make sense for me to...
Gotta be quick.
Maybe? But nah, I still think that grab into special action into beta would be best. But yeah, that's pretty much it, gang. If y'all got any other character suggestions, just let me know. Toodaloo.